everyone. Welcome to Podkinz. I'm Gennelle, and I'm here with my special co-host, Jacob.
Hey!
Thanks so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, you guys might remember Jacob from our Games World episode. You popped up as a special guest there.
I did pop out, and it was awesome.
Cool.
And I'm just so happy to be back and to actually co-host this time with you.
Well, we're happy to have you. So, Jacob, the number one thing that we're all talking about today is that Halloween is in mere hours. Are you excited?
Yes, I am. I don't know what to wear, but
No?
I have some ideas. Maybe you help me out here. I don't know.
Sure. Do you have some ideas you want to test out on me right now?
Yeah, I'm thinking being like garbage man.
Oh, nice. And what's some other ideas?
Well, that's really all I have right now.
That's it. Well, do you know what? I think that's a winner.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't lose with that one. So we want to remind everyone that A, to have an awesome time on Halloween, but also don't forget to log in on October 31st to get your Halloween gift box and to spin the super wheel.
I can't wait to spin that super wheel.
You think you're going to win something big?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome. Now, another major storyline that's happening, and everyone is super involved, is that the mayor of Kinsville election is getting very busy.
Oh, yes.
Now, a lot of the candidates have announced their platform so far, so you got to be sure to read Webkinz News to learn what each of them has to say and decide who you're going to vote for on November 20th to the 30th.
That's a lot of candidates. They all have really great ideas. And it's just really hard to make that final decision, right? But at least we have lots of time to make that decision.
And one more thing we want to remind you about, the Fall Fair Challenge begins on November 1st. You can win an awesome Fall Fair stand fridge just by playing. All you got to do is click their icon in your room to begin. Plus, American Thanksgiving is happening soon, so stay tuned to Webkinz News to see what'll happen in Webkinz World this year.
Ooh, gobble gobble. So, Gennelle, want to read what's in our Kinz post?
Sounds good. We're getting tons of great questions and comments from our listeners all the time. Here's a few from our Kinz post.
JKJ1004 emailed us to say, Dear Podkinz, I love listening to Podkinz and watching Michael's Let's Build videos.
Cool.
Oh, and I decided to build my own room for my pet using items from the W shop.
Nice.
I called it my ninja bedroom.
Awesome.
That's so cool. And my 4 pets are sleeping in a comfy bed getting their rest for ninja training. I hope you like my room.
It's a great room. Well done. We've actually included JKJ1004's room at the bottom of the article, so you can see it. Now, we're also getting mail concerning the mayor of Kinsville election. Dakota wrote to us and said, if I were to have any advice for Daisy, Tabby, and any other Kinz that plans on entering the race, it is to have open thoughts and really get to know what Kinsville wants changed, and not as much what they think should be changed. Also, always be respectful and kind during the campaign speeches so you appear as a nice person.
Exactly.
Some good advice.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Yeah.
This one's for Mark G97. What happened to the game Bamboo Break? I remember reading somewhere that it was taken down to be worked on.
Yes, actually, the story of Bamboo Break is that it was taken down to be improved, and then the game designers just decided they wanted to work on other games instead. So Bamboo Break was never brought back. But will we see it again? We like to say never around here, so
that's true.
Maybe.
Our last letter goes great with our episode's theme today. It's from Taylor, who says, I like playing detective with my friends and little brother. Someone will make up a mystery, and then we'll all have to solve it by looking for clues around our house and neighborhood.
Cool.
Yeah. I like the challenge of trying to figure out what happened. Sometimes it helps to think backwards.
Yeah, that's a piece of good advice there, too. If you ever have a problem to solve and you just can't figure it out, start from the end.
Start from the end. Funny thing, I tend to like to read my newspaper articles from the bottom and work my way up.
Really?
It's weird, but I can relate to this.
Hey, if it works for you, Jacob, that's great.
Thanks to everyone for writing in. If you want to write to Podkinz, send us an email at podkinz@gans.com or leave a comment in the section below this article.
In this segment, we meet a GAN staff member and ask them about their job. Meet Neelima, head playtester.
Hey, hi Gennelle.
Thanks so much for being with us today.
I am very excited to be here today.
Awesome.
Great.
So I have a question for you first. So Neelima, how is your job kind of like being a detective?
A big part of my job is tracking problems in Webkinz World, which are called bugs. Bugs are a fact of life in online world. And like real life bugs that you can find in your backyard, your attic, and in your own room.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the case of tracking them down. So what we do here, me and my testing team, we put our detective hats on and we try to catch and make sure that these bugs don't nest inside the gears of Webkinz World.
Right.
Do let us know if you find something, because feedback is extremely important from you guys and it helps us make the game much more enjoyable.
So if anyone wants to report report a bug, there's plenty of ways they can do that. They can do it on Facebook, or
That's right.
Twitter,
Yep.
even Instagram, or Webkinz News. Or they can use the reporting tool on our customer support page.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of bugs in your career here at Gans, right?
Yep.
Do you have a story, like the quirkiest, funniest bug that you've ever seen?
Well, recently we had some of the pets with their clothes missing.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a funny one?
Yeah.
That was an easy fix, thankfully, but it was so visible.
Yeah.
Once we found it, we had to report it back to our art team, and our art team fixed it.
Yeah.
Our development team implemented it, and then that's when the testing team came in and retested all of those pets. I believe most of them are fixed. We
I
still
think so.
have one or two maybe, but other than that, we're good with our pets.
Definitely. So that's the kind of process that you normally go through when you find a bug, right? So your testers find it,
That's right.
and then it gets sent to the developers.
That's right. Or the artists.
Or the artists, and then it kind of loops back around.
Pretty much, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, but we try to find them before our users
Yes,
find them.
absolutely.
Bugs can be big, small, annoying, and funny.
So, what are the steps involved in finding a bug, tracking these bugs?
All right, so what we do here on our test team is once we either hear about a bug from our users or if we find a bug on our own, the first thing we do is try to reproduce it. We want to make sure that we can consistently make that bug to happen over and over again. Once we do that, now I'm going to get a little technical here. We have a tracking system where you enter all the steps that we took to reproduce the bug. This is only done to help our developers figure out what might be causing the issue. Once we do that, we enter it into a ticketing system, and that ticket is then assigned to the developer who will start by solving this bug. Once the bug is solved, the ticket comes back to the QA tester, and he retests it, and then we push it to live.
So a ticket is basically a way of documenting a bug, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So you have become a detective, basically, in your career. Did you ever, read mystery novels or books or movies growing up?
Yes, those were the favorite ones for me. My favorite were Nancy Drews and Hardy Boys.
Oh, yeah.
I've read them all, the small ones, the big ones. I think that's what got me more interested in trying to find problems and then help resolve them.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's really interesting. I have a question, Neelima. What made you want to work in video games?
As far back as I can remember, I have been wanting to play games. I have been playing games since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Just what amazed me most was the art and the engine, how they came together. Like, when have we ever seen a puppy going on a roller coaster, right?
It's crazy, isn't
Or
it?
a zebra talking to a poodle with a game of checkers.
Or an elephant wearing pants.
That's right.
Or shorts.
Or a bikini. But being here at Webkinz, it's like playing games all day long and getting paid for it.
Yeah. And you have a team of playtesters who work with you, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we have a team of 10 to 12 people who make sure all the games are tested and all the content that we put out on the site is tested thoroughly. But here, once in a while, one or two bugs get out there. And then we hear from you guys, from
Yeah.
our friends out there, which is great because feedback helps us improve the game.
Definitely. Now, here's a question for you. If you could trade places with any Webkinz host, who would it be?
Let me think. That's a tough choice.
There's a lot to choose from.
I think I would like to be Amanda Panda.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Firstly, the name's really cool.
Yeah.
And she goes around Webkinz world granting wishes, just like Tinkerbell would.
Very true.
So yeah, that's why I'd like to be Amanda Panda.
Definitely.
If someone wants to become a video game tester, what are some of the steps to follow?
So although video game testing contains both fun and games, that's not all there is to it. To be a serious video game tester, you have to study hard in school, take things like math, science, and be good at computers.
Wow.
So learning computers helps a lot, and playing video games as much as possible with your parents' permission
Yeah.
definitely doesn't hurt either.
I'm sure most of our fans will have no problem with that step at all.
I'm sure they won't.
Going back to Webkinz World, what's your favorite place to hang out there?
My favorite place, like a lot of our users, is the arcade.
Oh, really? Do you like to play games on there?
I love to play all the games in there. And once I get in there, it takes up a lot of my time. I
Yeah.
get distracted just playing games. Then I have to remind myself, come back. You need to find problems and bugs and get them fixed.
Right.
So yeah, the arcade is my favorite place. Atomic Alicious is my favorite game.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you also playtest on our mobile app as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We test on a lot of handheld devices. So we test on phones, we test on tablets, which includes the iPads and the Samsung tablets. So yes, we're testing all over the place.
Right on.
So this is a little off-topic question, but still very relevant. What do you think makes a good leader?
All right. That is indeed a tough question.
It is. It's a big part of your job because you have a team that works with you, right?
Definitely it is. It's about setting a good example.
Oh, yeah.
It's about leading the team and making sure you are treating your people fairly and respect their ideas and concerns. If you want other people to look at you as a leader, then you need to have the qualities that you yourself would look up to. So I think that's what makes a good leader.
That's a great answer right there. Very inspiring. Neelima, thank you so much for being with us today. We all learned a lot.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me over here. I had a great time.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Jacob, did you like watching mystery movies or reading mystery novels growing up?
I sure did. There was one in particular that I really liked. It was Cam Jansen.
Yeah?
She had really good photographic memory, and she solved clues by just remembering the place and the scene.
And they were books?
And these were books. I'm not sure if there was a TV show, but I loved reading it growing up.
I'm going to have to look those up.
Definitely. How about you, Gennelle?
I actually loved reading mystery novels growing up. Like Neelima, I read a lot of Nancy Drew. Obviously, she's the queen. Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, because my brothers were really into those, and I read the entire series.
Wow.
But I have to say, my favorite detective of all would probably have to be Encyclopedia Brown.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember Encyclopedia Brown?
Yes.
Yes. Well, he's pretty much a boy genius. And he also has almost a photographic memory. So he uses those to help solve the mysteries that he's in.
Cool.
Definitely. So if you guys out there love mystery stuff, you should definitely check that out.
Definitely.
Now, on the next Podkinz, we're going to be doing a special guide to Webkinz Votes 2014.
Ooh. If you want to chime in with your thoughts on the Mayor of Kinsville race, let us know. We want to hear from you.
Do you know who you'll be voting for yet? If so, why? Plus, who do you think will win?
If you could run for Mayor of Kinsville, what would your platform be?
That's an interesting question right there.
Yeah, it is. That's a very interesting question. Even though it's only Kins who are running in this election, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Let us know in the comment section below this article, the YouTube video, or send us an email at podkinz@gans.com. Your thoughts could be featured in our next show. So, Jacob, thanks so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much, Gennelle, for having me.
See you guys next time.
Take care.